was sent to prison by a military court for a crime they didn't commit. These men promptly escaped from a maximum security stockade to the Los Angeles underground. Today, still wanted by the government, they survive as soldiers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you can hire.
So the MGTOW video went up less than 24 hours ago, and here I am again. I'm back discussing the topic for the very last time, at least as far as a dedication.
It better be the last time, because if you come up here again, you better believe the formal force is going to attack. Right now, you're just in an interrogation. This is just an interrogation. Okay, but if you come back up here again with some more of these YouTube videos talking about MGTOW, okay, if I get the call, you will be apprehended. We're giving you a break.
Video goes. I like to stay open to ideas, and who knows, maybe someone out there on my channel may have something enriching to offer us. But as far as I'm concerned, this is the last I'm going to speak of it. I just consider it a follow-up to yesterday's video, kind of like a current conclusion on what we've learned so far from men going their own way. Needless to say, the few of them that found the video were quite upset. This is not a news reporting channel, so never have I ever made claims to be an expert. Admittedly, yesterday when I made the video, I told you guys that I was open. I wanted to understand, and I really wanted to make sense of it as much as it could possibly make sense to me anyway. But before we go any further, I think it's important to clarify why the video was made in the first place. The main reason for creating anything, and I repeat, anything that I make on this channel, is always to open up a dialogue about a topic between myself and my audience, who don't consist of men that are a part of this group. So I use the tagline, "You guys happen to find me," but I didn't make the video for you. I just thought we'd throw that out there.
If you didn't make the video for us, then why put MGTOW up there? Okay? Why put MGTOW up there? Because you know that we're gonna come over there and you're gonna get the views, and it's gonna boost your channel up. But little did you know, there's a little thing called the purge. There's a little thing called the thought chop, okay? Which is what is happening to you. And if you continue to make these videos, Mustache Mary, okay, we're coming after you, okay? Don't think that just you're gonna come up here and sympathize with us some more, talk about you're not gonna make videos no more, and then make sure you look decent, make sure your lipstick is shining bright and everything or whatever. You're still, no forgiveness. You're not getting away, okay? Because I'm not the only one out there who's going to roast you. I'm not the only one that's out there that's gonna get up on you.
Expect the comment section to be filled with insightful and educational comments? Yes and no. But what I didn't expect, honestly, were all the personal attacks that came about. I mean, these men went in on my physical appearance.
That's right.
They talked about my hairline, like,
honey buds.
I'm in my mid-20s. My hairline is just fine. Like, how do you even know a person's hairline from braids anyway?
Because we're black and we know.
Mustache Mary, like, you guys. Funny.
Did you hear that? Really Mustache Mary.
And it's like, if this is my channel, and I want to talk about a topic that has nothing to do.
See that? Mustache Mary, code name Mustache. She even knows her code name, okay? She knows her code name. So she knows she's wanted. Mustache Mary.
With beauty, why am I obligated to remove the hair above my upper lip? Why?
Because you're a woman, and you don't supposed to have no mustache, woman.
Why does it bother you if it doesn't bother me?
It bothers us because we're real men and we like women, not drag queens with goddamn mustaches and lipstick on.
The second thing I want to clarify is that no, I didn't pick the topic because of views or to get the attention of MGTOW. If you guys have decided to go your own way, why would any sane, healthy woman who would prefer a healthier guy go towards you, who said that you've kind of like shunned women off anyway? What would be the purpose of that?
The purpose is because you know that we have the resources and you know that we're stand-up real men who ain't gonna take your phony baloney, and that's attractive to you. You know what I'm saying? You say you want a good guy and you're gonna get with some simp and be a push, and he's gonna be a pushover. You do whatever you want to do to him. What you gonna do to him? You're gonna just cheat on him with one of us and take all of his resources. and give them to one of us.
What does your attention do for my life? Nothing. Before I get into another speech of passion, let's just go over the comments so you guys can kind of have a better idea of what I was dealing with. Let's clear the air about some things. Okay, this one says, you need to see the proof, my proof. You need to see the proof, my proof. Okay, I am a mid-30s male. I got a vasectomy to keep one. He's not even using punctuation, so it's so hard to keep the ideas. This is nothing against MGTOW. This is just a pet peeve of mine. You need to see the proof. My proof is I am a mid-30s male. I got a vasectomy to keep women away from my resources, i.e. 80,000 to 100,000 salary. MGTOW is here. No avoiding it, Mary. Spelled my name wrong. So cute. First of all, 80,000 to 100,000.
In the words of MGTOW Monk, we don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
$1,000 a year. What does that mean? Congratulations on your salary, but I'm not sure that a vasectomy would fix that. If indeed you were worried about a woman ruining your life. Feminism is the reason MGTOW...
A vasectomy ensures that a woman cannot ruin your life. Okay, little girl? Because by getting these women pregnant, and once they get that baby, that's their cash cow to divorce you, to take that MGTOW man's $100,000 salary. Okay? And don't sit up here and act like you don't understand hypergamy and about resources, okay? Because that's all the hell you want, okay? I'm giving you my resources right now. My eyesight.
Exists. It is toxic and harmful to society. Is it true? Here's one that I deeply appreciated. I thought this gentleman had a very well-balanced brain. He says, I've been MGTOW for 4 years. I don't hate women at all. I have a 23-year-old daughter that is my world. I just chose to be safe after getting wrecked 3 or 4 times. Valid. That's 100% valid. Hashtag chameleon purge. Doubling and tripling down.
Hashtag chameleon purge, y'all. Good job, gentlemen.
And your shaming tactics in the comment section is exactly what we expect from females like you, Mustache Mary. You are a shining example of today's toxic, shameful, self-entered female. Guys, I'm self-entered now. And you wonder why MGTOW exists?
Mustache Mary.
Hashtag thought chop. Oh, okay. So now.
Whoa! Hashtag thought chop, right? Hashtag thought chop. Good job, gentlemen. The former force is on its job. The former force is effective, as you can see.
It's my fault. I'm the reason that it exists. This organization was created because of me. Hashtag chameleon purge.
Because of your species.
Hashtag thought chop. So you're chopping the thoughts, right? And this, I guess, is what baffled me because I felt like a lot of them are so brainwashed in the groupthink. They're just using words and not really thinking about whether it applies to who they're speaking of or trying to refer to. I think it's commonly known that thought is an acronym for that hoe over there.
That's right. And use a hoe right there.
And with you not knowing me or my life or how much money I personally earn or whether or not I'm in a relationship or whether or not I'm using a guy for money, whether or not I even want to be with a guy, I find it very silly that you would call me a thought. I'm just saying. Hashtag chameleon purge. Okay, let's take a look at that. From what I understand, chameleons are lizards that are best known around the world for being able to change their body. So basically blending in with where they are. And from what I'm getting, you guys are insinuating that I'm trying to blend in. But the question we have to ask you guys is, what exactly am I blending into?
You're trying to blend in and sympathize with the MGTOW community, the MGTOW brothers, my brothers, okay? Trying to sympathize and trying to act dumb like you don't know what the fuck's going on to get information so that way you and people like you can try to infiltrate this philosophy, okay? Don't sit up there and act like you're dumb, okay? Don't sit up there and act like you're dumb, okay? If you was white, you'd be born blonde. So, I mean, that's enough of that. Mr. Elite, what do you say? I think he would say something like, get your ass up out of here, okay? Thought chop.
How am I considered a chameleon when I'm openly stating to you that I'm not a part of your group? When I'm not trying to tell you that I agree with everything that you're saying? How does that make me a chameleon? We don't know. Then there's the shameful tactic phrase that you guys keep using. Like, it really baffles me because it's like, when did you become the victim of this? How is me stating that I find something to be ridiculous? Like, maybe you like fast cars. Maybe I think Ferraris are ugly. Does that make me a Ferrari shamer? Like, where do we draw the line, folks? Where do we draw the line?
We draw the line at the chameleon purge and the hashtag thought chop. This is where we draw the line. Okay? Get a clue. Stop with the MGTOW videos.
You know? You guys are way too macho to be pretending to be as sensitive as you are. I don't understand it. Shaming tactics don't work on MG. Who cares? Like, I saw this so much and I was just like, who is trying to shame you and who's using the tactic for you? Who would live their life that way? Who?
You!
You need to research more about MGTOW before putting out content about MGTOW. Answer is no. I don't need to do any research. I created a video. You guys came on my channel. I didn't even know who you were. You came to my channel. You commented. You got my attention. So technically, who is the attention seeker here?
You are. Look at the title. It says MGTOW in the title. Don't you know we're gonna come over there? Come on now. Look at. If you put some motherfucking fish outside, don't you? It's a bunch of cats are gonna come and eat that fish, right? What are you gonna do? Sit there and say, "Hey, why are you cats over here trying to eat the fish I put outside?" Come on, man, get the fuck out of here, you dumbass.
I chose to look it up. I gathered a good amount of information, and then I talked about it. I don't need to do research. I'm not a news reporter, okay? I'm just on here on my channel sharing an idea and opening up a dialogue about it. Except you guys.
See, that's the thing. You chameleons need to understand. We do not negotiate with y'all terrorists. There is no dialogue here. There is no dialogue here between my brothers and you and people like you. No dialogue. All you're gonna get is your channel smashed to smithereens. You understand? But one of the former forces is gonna throw some bombs at your channel and it's gonna blow up.
You guys don't want to listen. You just want to talk. MGTOWs understand female nature and have come to the conclusion that it is better for the man to stay single, work on self-improvement, and enjoy life than to commit his financial and emotional resources to a woman in a long-term relationship. Let's be honest, apart from sex, which drastically goes down after the honeymoon phase of marriage, there is no benefit for a man to be in a long-term relationship.
No benefit. No benefit for a man to be in a long-term relationship.
This one is not even an MGTOW.
Of course you don't understand that there's no benefit for a man to be in a relationship because you're a woman and all you're doing is sucking up resources. So of course you don't understand. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you don't understand MGTOW, and that's why you're sitting up here acting stupid like you don't know nothing. If you don't know, then don't speak about SHIT that you don't know about. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
W thing. This is just a simple-minded mentality. You saying that sex is the only thing to benefit is the same thing as a woman saying that money's the only thing to benefit for a man. I disagree with both of those ideas. This narrative is one-sided. This is bar conversation. This is what you guys are discussing at the pub, but it's not reality. That's another thing.
It's not your reality. It's our reality, okay? This is the real world, okay? This is reality. You know why it's reality? Because men run the world, men build everything, men set the standard. And if this is the standard that us men are talking about, and that this is the reality, this is what it really is, and you need to understand that. You know what I'm saying? You need to understand that. Yo, Victor Von Frankenstein, what you think about this, bro? Sigma Solitude, Mr. Elite, what y'all think about this, man? Yo, is the former force doing his job or what? Hey, yo, Seafood Black Irish, man, what you think about this chick, man?
Just because a man has found a woman who contributes to his life, who gives as much as he does, and they're growing something together, that doesn't make him a simp. Don't be jealous. Life is not fair.
It does make him a simp.
Some encounter good women and some don't. Just like some women encounter good men and some don't. But it's not ever an accurate statement. It's not ever practical to then decide that that's how the entire world is. For most of you,
women are only good for now, and then they show their true colors. They're only good to a point, only for a little while, until you cross the finish line. And then here it comes, and all hell's gonna break loose. Don't act like you don't know. I mean, girl, I got a pair of sneakers that's older than you, so you have no idea.
How many human beings have you really met? How many women have you really met in your entire life? Forget about what you've heard. Forget about your statistics. How many women have you actually personally met?
I'm 41 years old. Are you serious? How many women have I met in 41 years? Girl, don't talk to me about me, okay? Don't talk to me about me. I'm trying to tell you right now. Don't talk to me about me because you have no idea, all right? I'm glad that you used your Gillette razor to shave off that mustache. Good job on you. But don't sit up here and talk to us about us. For real.
Like, how much information have you gathered to be able to say from any level of authority that this is like a fact? Sex diminishes after the honeymoon phase.
It's a fact. It's a fact. Okay? If thousands of men around the planet Earth all say the same thing, it's obviously a fact. Okay? Just like thousands of people, millions of people around the world say, hey, the sky is blue. It's a fact. Millions of men, millions of people around the world know water is wet. It's a fact. Millions of men around the world say women don't give you sex as much when you marry. It's a fact.
That's the only reason that a woman would be good for it. Like, what? That's not men shaming. That's stupidity shaming. That's a stupid mindset. And I would say the same thing to a woman who said, men are only good for money. Foolish. I'm sorry.
Okay, if that's the case, then why don't you make videos talking about that? Make some videos talking to women about what's foolish, okay? Talk to women about advocating for the court systems, okay? So maybe we can go back to the so-called norm, okay?
The truth has to be told. If you don't like it, that's fine, but that's just what it is. On your next video, maybe you can do a cooking show. Teach your viewers how to prepare a nice meal for their man. I recommend a pot roast dinner. We men love to eat. We want to be treated like men. Yeah, okay. Congratulations. Because if I pull up the definition of a man in the dictionary, I don't think it has anything to do with cooking or liking to eat. Okay? I know plenty of chefs that are men that like cooking for their women. It's strange how those...
See how when you give them solid advice, they just want to turn right away from it when it entails them to actually put in effort and do something? See, this is the problem.
MGTOW always use women for sex, and that includes porn. As far as this ideology is concerned, lesbian separatists showed greater commitment to it than those incels in denial of their own misogyny. Speak well, my dear, speak well. Look at the amount of dislikes to your likes in your video, and that should answer your question. Hashtag thought job. Hashtag chameleon purge.
Good job.
Spell purge correctly.
Good job, gentlemen.
Lord, we're just, it's just getting worse and worse. If you honestly think that I base my content...
Hold on. She people can't spell purge right, but she just said worser and worser? Worser? Now look it, I'm African American, you're African American, and I do understand that we have a dialect separate from English where we have words that don't necessarily are correct, but we use them in our dialect together. Now, worser, and you talking about somebody spelled purge wrong, and you speaking worser? Okay.
My decisions or what I film or my ideologies on likes and dislikes. I don't even know where to begin with you. I am a black MGTOW in my mid-20s. Oh, I like that. And I don't hate women. Oh, God. The unicorn. He exists. MGTOW.
None of us hate women. We all say that. None of us hate women.
You explained why my past 2 long-term relationships didn't work. I'm lucky I never married them or had kids. Anyone with a brain can Google marriage and divorce statistics and see that the courts are biased towards women. Okay, I understand people change, but I personally would not risk all the money I saved up and get married just to get subsequently divorced because she got bored or found another guy, and it just happened. Also, judges have the authority to throw out prenups, and they do routinely, hence why most men still end up losing houses, thousands of dollars, and other assets they thought they were secured. LOL. Thankfully, there are plenty of avenues available to take care of my urges. Yay, you. We live in a hookup culture, and the trust between men and women has been completely eroded. Honestly, if a man gets married, has kids, or lives with a woman in our current social climate, he deserves everything that comes his way. SKYCLANK. That's the name of the guy that wrote this. A lot of very common sense things you discussed there, and my response to that is very true, but the same holds for women. That's all I was attempting.
No. You know what, Private SKYCLANK? I commend you, and come on over to the formal force if you see this video, SKYCLANK. Mr. SKYCLANK, Private SKYCLANK, you have a rank in my army. come on over to the former force, because after you said that to her, she had nothing to say, SKYCLANK. She had nothing to say. Did you see that? Big shout out to SKYCLANK.
Thing to do with my last video is to let you guys know that there are women who are earning their own money. There are women, more women now than before, that want to earn their own money.
You see that? She could not dispute anything that Private SKYCLANK just said. Did you see that? She cannot dispute anything that Private SKYCLANK has said. Hashtag thought chop. Hit it in the head.
I don't want to rely on a guy and don't really care to like use you for what you have. Like, am I saying that there really aren't still people who like have a vendetta out, you know, to milk a man for all he has? Sure. I'm sure that they exist, and same could be said again of the opposite sex. Users are users, and they have no gender. Okay, my whole thing is that
yeah, they do have a gender. They got vaginas. That's the number one user.
A sensible adult's perspective, I just don't see how that's a game. If I married rich today, popped out 3 babies, we got a divorce, I got to keep the house and a few of our assets and 3 kids. I still have 3 kids and a failed marriage and like really nothing to show for it. In my opinion, I can't speak for all other women. I'm just telling you that that is not an idea, my idea of a successful life. I will 100%.
How about this? How about you marry rich, have 3 kids, get divorced, you go get an apartment somewhere in Long Island, and he keeps the kids because he's rich. And you go live over there and work and try to do your own thing, and you can come visit your children. How's that?
Being single and hadn't gotten married or having kids any day. That doesn't make me a woman going my own way. That's all I'm trying to tell you guys here, is that this label that you have created, you're backing your own self into a...
No, it's scary. This label that we have created is scary. It scares the crap out of y'all. Okay? That's why y'all keep coming and keep coming and keep coming, but you get purged out. You guys are so afraid, woman. You are so scared.
Well, and yes, maybe you like being against the wall, and that's beautiful, as I've said before. If you love it, super fantastic. I saw a few comments that said, we don't care what you think. Why are you on my channel if you don't care?
Why are you making MGTOW videos if you don't care?
Why did you waste your life to come on here to say that you don't care?
Why did you waste your life to turn your camera on, put your makeup on, make sure everything was right so that way we don't get on your ass again? Okay? Why did you do that?
Contradictory, folks. Contradictory. The proof of MGTOW is on those lonely nights when you're stuck home alone with no man to foot the bill for you going out to party.
That's right.
And these are the kind of girls that you have chosen. Most of you are upset, but it's like, I really honestly doubt that when you met these women, if you have been done wrong in the past, it is possible to be fooled, because women are fooled too. Just like women lie, men lie too. It's possible to meet someone and think that they're completely opposite from who they end up being. But 99.9% of the time when we meet people, we know what we're getting into. That marriage that ended up in a divorce, and with her taking everything, started off as a relationship that was one-sided, with you giving a lot anyway in the beginning. So you knew what you were getting into. And for those of you who didn't, I am so sorry. I really do sympathize with you.
Yeah. Because we were blue pill. We were blue pill. And when you're blue pill, that's what you do, because society has you on some bullcrap thinking you got to do all these things for the woman. You got to pay for the date. You got to bring flowers. You got to do all this crap. You got to show attention. And that's why you start off the relationship on a one-sided thing, and women do the absolute minimum. And that's why we have MGTOW to teach men to not even get involved with this BS in the first place.
I empathize with you. Nobody wants to go through that. Nobody deserves to go through that. Here's this one. I am actually proud of MGTOW. The divorce rate is high anyway. They can do whatever they want. Okay, Captain Obvious. It's their decision. They're being realistic. I applaud them. Once again, I applaud anybody that chooses to stand for whatever they want to stand for, as long as it doesn't include hate. And that's all I've been saying all along. Okay? You can choose not to deal with women and be single without hating us and labeling us and having all these weird names and hashtags that you've come up with just because someone did you wrong in your past. You haven't met every woman in the world.
Nothing to do but shame. Yes, you have met every woman in the world. You met 5 women in your life. You've met every woman on the planet. You've met them all. You've met them all.
so sorry. Like, I can't. I'm not buying into it. Oh, it gets better. I'm a girl, by the way. I support them because I think freedom is good and it brings inner peace. Okay, like, okay, Miss Pick Me. That's not the point. I'm gonna keep.
Ooh, so another woman came at her and told her something, and she immediately shamed that woman that is supporting another chameleon to a chameleon. And how much y'all want to bet that was motherfucking Carly Ellison? I guarantee you that was Carly Ellison saying something to this woman.
Saying it, male or female, you should always choose your inner peace and freedom. No one needs to be locked into a miserable marriage. No one needs to be stuck with kids that they didn't want. No one needs to earn more than their partner and get it all taken away from them because the court decided so. No.
Only men get that happen to them. Only men get that happen to them. Women, that does not happen to y'all.
Nobody deserves that. Period. And if you feel like not getting married will help you with that, I support you. Do it. Just do it with love. That's all I'm saying. You go your way and I will go my way. Who'll be better off in 20 years' time? Checkmate, ladies. Buy a cat and work until you're 65. Save your drama for your mama. You bring nothing to the table. The only thing I have to say...
Alright, guys, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. Hey, guys, thought chop this chick. Go to her channel. Dislike